All right, your boy Mixmaster B here live from the MMB Radio Studios for the MMB Radio Podcast. And on the phone lines right now, I have adult film star Miss Anikka Albrite. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you.
So, wow, I mean, I'm looking at your resume, and you have so much stuff going on for your resume. I mean, you've been in the business for a couple years now. Not a long time, but a couple years. But in that time, you've accomplished a lot, right?
Yeah, it does. It feels like I've been forever, but yeah, it's only been a few years, and I've been very blessed.
We were joking a little bit off air, and I was saying, you know, you're big time when you have your own Wikipedia page, because not every adult film star has a Wikipedia page. So, you know, but before you go read a Wikipedia page, fuck that shit. Don't even read that. We're going to talk to her right now. You can read that afterwards. You're going to be at Club Tattletales tonight.
Yes.
In Levittown, PA. So you've been out and about in Philadelphia. How has Philly treated you today?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I just checked it out today. Did a carriage ride around the old historical district and went and read up on a little bit of our American history. So it was fun. It was a beautiful day in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and I'm totally crediting you for bringing nice weather here. So that's on your shoulders.
Albright. It comes with the name.
Albright. Well played, Mauer. Well played. I like that. So, for people who are not familiar with you, shame on you for not knowing who she is. But give us a little brief detail of where are you originally from?
Well, I grew up in Arizona, and I live in California now. So I know I look European, and people think I'm European all the time, but I'm 100% American. I'm Danish, Czech, and German roots. So just to let people know, I'm American. Yeah.
Now, living in Arizona, I mean, what's the porn life like in Arizona growing up? I mean, did you watch a lot of porn?
Actually, to be honest with you, I was still a kid when I lived out there, and by the time I moved to California, I was getting into my teens. So I would say I didn't really watch it in Arizona at all. It wasn't until I was living in California that I saw it. But it wasn't it didn't really have any effect on me the state I lived in. I discovered porn for the first time when I was visiting my dad in Wisconsin, and it was totally an accident. I don't even know how old I was. I was really young. I think I was 10 or 11. And, you know how kids are. They're like, oh, wow, it's a search engine. I'll just type in whatever word and see what comes up. And I typed in tampon. It was the stupidest word to type in. And somehow there was a link to a porn site. And, it says if you're under the age of 18, do not enter. Well, you don't tell us that.
Yeah.
So, of course, I entered, and I saw this gif of a girl giving this blowjob to this massive cock, and I was so confused. I had no idea what was going on. And I just couldn't keep my eyes off of it. I was so fixed on it. And I remember feeling really guilty after that. And for the next year, I put, a blanket over the TV screen, or a computer screen, whenever I was in the room, because I was afraid, what if they're watching me from that side? But that basically started my curiosity for porn, and then I got into hentai and girl and IR porn. That was all my favorite stuff to watch.
Now, that just
so
goes to show
I loved
you
it.
how old I am, because you said, oh, I discovered porn by going on a search engine, and I discovered porn through VHS tapes. So that goes to show you how high tech we've come in the porn world.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm looking through the resume, and you describe yourself as being bisexual. When was the first time you ever had an encounter with another girl?
Well, when I was in middle school, I would joke around with my girlfriends a lot, and sometimes we would kiss, but I don't think I didn't realize I was attracted to girls until high school. And it was just my girlfriend who, at the time, her parents were both pastors. And she was, she said that she was bisexual. And I was like, I think I might be bisexual too. So we made out, and we both liked it. And so we started feeling each other up. And all of a sudden, her mom walks in on us. And so it was very awkward.
Now, is it the point? Because I'm looking on here too. You also, not only do you star in adult films, but you've also directed. Was this kind of have you acted out any, or thought of any stories based on real occurrences, like saying right there, making out with your girlfriend and her mother walks in?
Totally. Yeah, no, I haven't shot anything like that, but I've considered doing something like that. I think that would be really cool to do. I have acted out and directed a lot of my fantasies. I'm just about to release in May my next movie called Anikka's Bucket List, and it's basically all the people that I've wanted to fuck. But that's actually a really good idea. I'd like to explore that.
For the record, my name is not on that bucket list, unfortunately, but we're working on getting that on there. You know,
maybe I'll do the fan edition in the future.
Definitely. I mean, I'm totally down to help out with the soundtrack to that. You know? So it's also worth noting that you are married and in the business.
Yes.
Kind of take us like what's life like being married in the business?
I love it. It's really great because my husband is now Performer of the Year, Mick Blue, and he's been in the industry for about 16 years. So he's got quite a lot of experience on him, and he's very mature and understanding, and he's a huge support. So it really helps to be married to somebody who's also doing the same thing. You know, he's performing, he's directing, and actually the company that I direct for, he and I, we own the production company that the Evil Angel is the company that we direct for. They distribute our stuff. So it's really great. You know, we have a business relationship as well as a partnership, and I love it. It's really, I couldn't ask for anything else. It was kind of weird because I wasn't expecting to find love coming into porn, and I found my soulmate, and, you know, he's just as much of a freak in every way as I am, and he supports me and builds me up, and I do the same for him, so it's great.
And it's funny, I noted to her, again, we were talking a little bit off air, and I said to her, I was like, you know, was Mick traveling with you? And she said, yeah, and I was like, is it really creepy for me to want to meet Mick as well as you? And I said, or, you know, is that creepy for another guy to say that about another guy? But then I realized that just goes to show you how much porn I've watched, because I've watched Mick fuck almost every girl that I, you know, wanted to fuck myself, you know, so I envy him.
He definitely gets around. Yeah. I tease him. I say he's way more of a slut than I am, because I think he's fucked maybe 3,000 girls, and my list is maybe about 300 people. So he's definitely gotten around. But it's funny that you say that, because just at the club last night, this guy, like, some people are afraid to approach me, but they're not afraid to approach him because he's their hero. So they'll go right up to him and be like, hey, you look familiar. And he's like, yeah, you know who I am. He's like, oh my God, you're my favorite. Like, all of a sudden, they go from saying, oh, you look familiar, to actually, I'm a huge fan. I watch your stuff all the time.
And then they don't give two shits that you're there, you know, naked dancing.
They're like, oh wow, she's really hot, but you're my hero.
She's really hot, and I would love a dance from her, but really, I would love a dance from you. Yeah. It gets really creepy sometimes in the club, I can imagine. So you guys won an award together too, which is really cool, right?
Yeah, we actually won. It's the porn industry's, basically the Oscars of porn is the AVN Awards, and we both won the highest honor that you can win at the awards, is Male Performer of the Year and Female Performer of the Year, and we both won that last year in 2015. It was the coolest thing that has ever happened to both of us in the industry, and it was really special because it's the first time a couple has ever won that award together the same year. And then Mick went on to win it again this year, so I'm very proud of him.
So you're transcending, and it's also, I saw here that, LA Weekly had named you to be like the next, or soon to be like Jenna Jameson. I mean, that's gotta be kind of like a crazy feeling to know that you're being held in such high regard. Kind of take us through your emotions through that.
It definitely is it's quite an honor to have, you know, people view me like that. And I definitely wasn't expecting to. When I got in the industry, I just got in it because I figured I'd try it out and, you know, do it for a year and then leave. But, you know, I found a true family in this industry, and people, you know, it feels amazing to have fans and to have a support group. So it's truly incredible.
Now, what are your favorite types of scenes to shoot? I mean, you've been doing it for a couple of years. What do you enjoy doing?
My favorite thing ever is doing DPs. I'm kind of a freak, and for me, the best feeling I get during sex is when I get double penetrated. And so naturally, I try to do that as much as I can, as much as my body is willing to take it. And I also love doing girl-girl. As I said, I'm bisexual, so any chance I can get with another girl, and that's my favorite. I could just do that all day. Like, I love eating pussy, and I actually prefer eating pussy over having my pussy eaten. So I tell the
You
girls
and me
whenever I
both,
work out with them,
you
like,
know?
just let me go down on you, and I hope you enjoy it.
That's kind of how I put it out there. I just kind of put it on a business card. That's kind of what it just says on there, you know? Let me go down on you and enjoy it, you know? Then you flip it over and you got your
Yeah.
contact information. What is something you will not do in the business? I mean, you said you're a freak, so there's probably no real limits, I would think.
Pretty much, I won't. The only thing I won't do is rosebudding, like anal prolapse. I'm not. You know, everybody has their thing, but for me, I don't find that appealing, and
It's dangerous.
I don't ever want to do that to my insides. Yeah,
You get stuck
I'd like to have
inside
my
out.
asshole still functioning. 50 years from now.
Yes, it makes going to the bathroom very difficult when it's,
Yeah,
like inside
no, I've
out.
heard some of the girls that do that, and yeah, they can't control. Like, one girl told me she was on the plane and she just shat pancakes right there on the plane. She couldn't hold it in. And that's so
Yeah,
scary.
that's not a good look.
Like, I want to have a glamorous porn life.
We want that too. So we'll switch
Try to
gears a
keep it
little
classy.
bit. We'll keep all the brown and all that. Yeah, we'll keep that out of there. So, so you're going to be at Club Tattletales tonight, and what can people expect tonight? You doing 2 shows tonight?
I'm doing 2 shows tonight, a show at 10:30 and a show at 12:30. And they'll just have to come to see what I'm going to be doing. I got something a little bit special planned for my people since it's the last night tonight. So yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited to see everybody.
And you're going to be doing private dances and taking photos with fans?
Yep, I'm doing photos and I'm selling DVDs. I'm doing lap dances and champagne rooms. So if they want to have a little extra time to talk or whatever, I'm available.
One of the cool things that is now available is you have a Fleshlight out, right?
Yes.
Take us through that. Like, how was the process of having that done?
Oh my God, it was definitely I think every girl that does porn, that's something that they dream of having for themselves, because it's something that's so rare and special to be selected to be a Fleshlight girl. So when Fleshlight reached out to me, it was kind of like mind-boggling. I remember I was drinking water and I was reading their email, and I just dropped my glass of water and started jumping up and down and screaming, just uncontrollably. My mom was over at my house that day, and she rushed in. She's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? What's going on?" I was like, "Oh my God, they want to do a Fleshlight." And they flew me out like the next week. It was crazy how fast everything went, and I got to meet the owners of Fleshlight and everybody. It's just everybody is so close knit, and it's basically one big family. So it's really nice to be a part of something like that. And just the molding process was fun in itself, because they gave me Hitachi, and they're like, "All right, we want you to edge yourself and don't come." Because we wanted to be as filled, gorged and pussy as much as possible. I was like, "Come on, you can't do that to me."
It's like torture.
So I was teasing them. I kept sneaking out of, orgasm, and then I keep going again, because girls is different when guys. We can keep it going.
That's awesome, though.
So
Like,
it was fun.
Having a Fleshlight, it's like having a statue or erected in your name, with all the emphasis on erect.
Literally erect, yeah.
So that's very awesome. But I know you're about to head up on stage, so kind of let everybody know where they can find you at online, and keep up with all your doings.
Yeah, everybody can find me on Twitter at Anikka Albrite. It's ANIKKA and also on Instagram at A Lot of Bright Smiles, and it's Bright with BRITE.
So we really appreciate you coming on and talking to us, and go see her at Club Tattletales tonight.
And buy my Fleshlight.
Yeah, and buy her
And then
Fleshlight.
go on Evil Angel and watch my porn from Band Vision.
And then watch your porn while you're using the Fleshlight.
Oh my God, yes.
It's like the circle of life.
Fuck me while you're watching my porn.
Yes. It's funny you said you got in last night, and she says, "Oh, it was 4:00." She goes, "I get all riled up when I'm on stage and I'm dancing and I can't fall asleep." And I said to her, I get the same way when I watch porn. I get all riled up and I can't go to sleep right away. But it was cool for you to take a couple minutes to talk to us, and then next time you got more time, definitely call back and talk to us again. We'd like to ask you some of these fans questions, and we apologize for fans that we didn't get any of your questions in, but we definitely want to talk to you more, and fans want to know more about you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So anything
Cool.
less you want the fans to know before you leave?
I just want to say thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving me all these years, and keep watching my porn and get my Fleshlight.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it again, and we'll be talking to you real soon.
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Hey, it's Anikka Albrite, and you're listening to Mixmaster B on MMB Radio.